Are there doors from your past you should never reopen? As you get older, you might feel a sense of freedom, a pull to reconnect with people from your past, hoping to relive the good times or heal old wounds. But here's a hard truth no one tells you until it's too late. Some doors are better left closed, no matter how nostalgic you feel. The past has claws. It can drag you back, unravel years of hard-earned self-respect, and shatter your peace in an instant. Human nature is flawed, and stepping into the wrong environments can undo the dignity you've built over decades. I've seen this happen to people I care about, and I don't want it to happen to you. That's why today, I'm sharing 4 types of people whose homes you should avoid at all costs if you want to protect your peace, your integrity, and your future as you age. These aren't just warnings. They're lessons learned through pain and betrayal, and I'll share stories to show you why. Let's start with the first type of person, because this one can cause the deepest wounds if you're not careful. The first type of person you should never visit is someone who has betrayed you. Betrayal isn't just a broken promise. It's a deliberate choice to hurt you, to value their gain over your trust. Whether it was a friend who spread lies for social status, a family member who took advantage of your kindness for financial gain, or a partner who broke your heart for their own satisfaction, their actions weren't a mistake. They were a revelation. They weighed the consequences and decided you weren't worth more than what they could get by betraying you. I saw this with my aunt, 67, who trusted her best friend with a secret about her finances, only to find out that friend used it to gossip and humiliate her at a family gathering. The pain wasn't just in the betrayal, it was in realizing someone she loved for 30 years could hurt her so deeply. When someone betrays you, they show you exactly where you stand in their life, and that kind of disregard doesn't fade with time. The biggest mistake you can make as you age is thinking time heals all wounds and that people change. You might feel tempted to visit them, hoping for closure or believing they've grown, but that's a dangerous trap. Stepping back into their home sends a message. Their betrayal had no lasting consequence, and you're willing to let them back into your world. When you return to someone who betrayed you, you're not just walking into their house, you're stepping onto a psychological battlefield. Your past pain, self-doubt, and their actions collide, and if you're not careful, you'll start rationalizing their behavior. You might tell yourself it wasn't that bad, or that nostalgia means more than the hurt they caused. But it was that bad. You felt it then, and you'll feel it again if you let them back in. My cousin, 64, made this mistake when she visited an old friend who had once spread rumors about her marriage. She thought enough years had passed, but within an hour that friend brought up the past, making snide comments that reopened every wound. She left feeling small, questioning her own judgment, and it took months to rebuild her confidence. Betrayal from those closest to you, friends, family, partners, doesn't just hurt, it changes you. It plants seeds of doubt about your ability to trust, to feel safe, to be loved. True strength isn't in seeking closure by revisiting the past. It's in knowing which doors to keep closed. If someone has betrayed you once, don't give them the chance to do it again. Protect your dignity by walking away, not by walking back in. There are more people to avoid, and the next ones might surprise you, so let's keep going. Could someone's negativity silently drain your joy as you age? You've already taken a big step by deciding to keep your distance from those who betrayed you, but there are other people whose homes can threaten your peace and self-respect in more subtle ways. As you get older, protecting your mindset becomes just as important as protecting your heart, because the wrong environments can pull you back into patterns you've worked hard to leave behind. I've seen how these next 2 types of people can dim the light in someone's later years, but I've also seen the freedom that comes from walking away. Let's explore these 2 types of people you should avoid, because keeping them at a distance could save your happiness and help you thrive in this chapter of life. The second type of person to avoid is someone who thrives on misery. These are the people who seem trapped in a cycle of negativity, resentment, and hopelessness. No matter how much time passes, they don't seek solutions. They seek validation for their suffering, wearing their despair like a badge of honor. Their lives are a constant stream of complaints about the world, their fate, or the people around them, and they find a strange comfort in staying stuck. But here's the danger. Their misery is contagious. When you step into their home, you're entering a space where negativity dominates. The air feels heavy with bitterness, and their belief that things will never get better can seep into your own thoughts. I saw this with my neighbor, 66, who visited her cousin every week. Her cousin would spend hours complaining about everything: her health, her family, even the weather, never once asking about my neighbor's life. After each visit, my neighbor came back drained, doubting her own plans, and feeling like her dreams were foolish. These people don't celebrate your successes. They might even resent them, seeing your progress as a reminder of what they lack. They'll make subtle comments like saying your goals are unrealistic or that the world is too harsh, framing it as wisdom but really projecting their fears onto you. Misery spreads like a virus, infecting your energy and purpose. Protect your mindset. Don't visit their homes, and if they refuse to change, limit contact. You can't fix them, but you can save yourself from their negativity. The third type of person to steer clear of is someone who doesn't acknowledge your growth. As you age, you evolve. Experiences shape you, and you become wiser, more self-aware, and often a better version of yourself. But some people, especially those who've known you for years, can't see this change. They're stuck on who you used to be. Maybe the version of you that was insecure, lost, or struggling, and they refuse to accept the person you've become. Being around them feels stifling because they keep bringing up your past mistakes or old habits, trapping you in a version of yourself that no longer exists. My friend 69 experienced this with her brother. She'd worked hard to overcome her shyness, becoming a confident speaker at her community center. But every time she visited him, he'd tease her about how quiet she used to be, ignoring her progress. It made her feel small, like her growth didn't matter, and she started doubting her transformation. When you're around people who can't see your evolution, it's hard to believe in yourself. They undermine your self-worth and keep you stuck in old patterns. Their refusal to respect your journey isn't just ignorance. It's a sign they don't value the work you've put into becoming better. You can't force them to see your growth, so don't try. Instead, distance yourself and surround yourself with people who celebrate the person you are now, not the one you used to be. Join a group or reconnect with friends who support your progress. They'll help you keep moving forward. There's one more type of person to avoid, and this one might be the most toxic of all, so let's keep going. Is someone's resentment quietly holding you back from thriving? You've already learned to steer clear of betrayers, those who thrive on misery and people who can't see your growth. But there's one more type of person whose home you should avoid as you age. This last type might be the most toxic of all, because their influence can creep into your mind and undermine everything you've worked for. I've seen how this kind of person can dim the confidence of even the strongest seniors, but I've also seen the freedom that comes from walking away. Let's uncover this final type of person and wrap up with steps to protect your peace, because you deserve to live your later years with joy and self-respect. The fourth type of person to avoid is someone who resents your growth. These people might have been close to you once, but as you've evolved, gaining confidence, achieving goals, or simply becoming a better version of yourself, they've started to feel envious or threatened. Instead of celebrating your progress, they harbor resentment, often hiding it behind fake smiles or backhanded compliments. Their words might seem supportive on the surface, but underneath, they're questioning your worth, downplaying your victories, or making you feel guilty for wanting more. I saw this with my cousin, 71, who started a small baking business after retirement. She was proud of her success, but an old friend began making comments like, "Don't you think you're too old to be working so hard?" Or, "You're lucky, but it won't last." Those subtle jabs made her second-guess herself, wondering if she was foolish for dreaming big. The danger here isn't just their words, it's how their resentment seeps into your mind, planting seeds of doubt. You might start questioning if your success is deserved, or if you're wrong for growing beyond their expectations. These people resent you because your progress forces them to face their own stagnation, and they project their fears onto you, trying to pull you back down. It's a form of manipulation disguised as concern, and it can make you hesitate, feel guilty, or even abandon your goals. Don't let their insecurities become yours. Protect your peace by keeping your distance. Surround yourself with people who genuinely celebrate your achievements, like a supportive friend or a community group that cheers you on. Your growth is yours to celebrate, not theirs to diminish. Let's bring it all together. As you get older, no matter how free or nostalgic you feel, there are 4 types of people whose homes you should never visit. Those who've betrayed you, showing their true values by choosing gain over your trust. Those who thrive on misery, spreading negativity that drains your energy and hope. Those who can't acknowledge your growth, trapping you in a past version of yourself. And those who resent your progress, undermining your confidence with their envy. Each of these people can pull you back into pain, doubt, or stagnation, threatening the peace and self-respect you've built over the years. I've watched my own family members struggle with these dynamics, but I've also seen them flourish once they close those doors for good. You have the power to do the same, starting today. Take a moment to think, who in your life fits these descriptions? Maybe it's a friend who betrayed you years ago, or a relative whose negativity always leaves you feeling down. Make a decision to limit contact, don't visit their homes, and focus on relationships that uplift you instead. Who will you choose to keep close? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story, and your ideas might inspire someone else. If this video helped you see which doors to keep closed, give it a like, hit subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Your support helps us bring more insights to seniors everywhere, empowering you to live your later years with dignity and joy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.